The girl entered the pet shop by cocking a hip against the door. She looked maybe 14, but Dooley hoped she was older. 14 will get you 20, he remembered hearing somewhere. She prowled around the shop, putting her palms and long fingers up against the glass of each tank, defying the signs. Her red t-shirt did not quite reach the top of her jeans and back, revealing 3 tiny moles in a triangle just above her right hip pocket. She wore her hair twisted into a mess atop her head. A tiny diamond stud shone in her ear, and earrings made of feathers and pieces of bone swung from her small pink ears. An ancient Nikon hung from her neck by a thin, ragged leather strap. Dooley pictured her handling the little green nets, neatly dipping into the tepid tanks, scooping up Oscars, Jack Dempsey's, Red Terrors. He had a help wanted sign in the window. He hoped that was why she was here. "Can I help you?" he said. He had her pegged for a fish lover, but she could be a snake girl. Tough call. "I'm thinking about a fish," she said. Dooley silently praised himself for his accurate first instinct, fish lover. "Anything in particular?" "I like green," she said. "Do you have any green ones?" Dooley squeezed from behind the counter and lumbered over to the tanks. He was 18, coarse-browed, with a dense pad of black hair. He wore thick glasses and heavy black frames, and his weight tipped him into the morbidly obese category, according to the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute body mass index calculator he'd found on the internet. His full lower lip and slight underbite gave him the appearance of a placid grouper. He wiped his hands on his baggy cargo pants and pointed to a 2-inch oblong fish in the cichlid tank. "There's a green one. In fact, it's called a green terror. One of the South American cichlids. It'll get a lot bigger if you give it room." "Is it nice?" "Nice? Well, no. They're pretty aggressive. If you have other fish, this might not be a good choice." "I mean, would it be nice to me?" "Well, this one guy I know used to feed his by hand, if that's what you mean," Dooley said. He was confused. Usually people just wanted to know, saltwater or fresh, live food or dried, and how much. "I guess that means it's nice." The girls stared at him boldly, looking him up and down. He turned away from her and moved to another tank. "You could get a gourami. They're not very aggressive, but they're not interactive like the cichlids." "Interactive?" "You know, feeding by hand and so on." "Look," said the girl, "do you have any money?" "Huh? Money, moolah, dinerio, cash?" A little." He had $12.36 zipped into one of the 7 pockets on his pants. The girl stared at him, head tilted to the side, fingering the moles in the small of her back. "Would you buy me a burrito next door?" Next to Animal Magnetism was an Asian fusion burrito place. Dooley felt his stomach writhe briefly at the suggestion of food. Sure, he said. "I was just about to go there myself." This was a lie. He didn't like the burritos at Arigato, Jalisco. They were too light. The fillings too airy and crispy. He preferred the burritos at Las Guitarras. Heavy, solid, stuffed with slow-cooked meats and beans and rich sauce. Plenty of cheese and dark red spicy salsa. He locked up and they went next door. When Dooley was 6, his father said to him, "Son, I don't expect you'll have to worry about getting chased by girls." Dooley was already large, lumpy, and showing signs of a Neanderthal brow. He didn't know what to make of his father's remark. Girls chased him every day at recess, drove him to the edge of the playground under a hail of tan bark, into the no man's land near the cyclone fence. Girls chasing him was definitely something he had to worry about. "This place is great," said the girl. She tore a bite out of her burrito and shook wasabi-flavored hot sauce into the opening. Dooley didn't like wasabi. It made him sweat. "So how were you going to buy a fish," he said, "if you don't have any money?" "Oh, I have money," she said. "I just don't have it with me at the moment. I have to go and get it from someone. They owe it to me. Get it?" He didn't, but he nodded. He watched her attack the burrito, sharp little teeth ripping at the chewy tortilla, slicing through the chilies, gnashing tempura shrimps to bits. She ate like a shark. He couldn't look away. "What's your name?" he said. "What's yours?" "Dooley MacDonald." "Your parents named you Dooley?" "Actually, it's Donald, but everyone calls me Dooley." "Well, yeah, Donald MacDonald, that's ridiculous." "Your parents have a mean streak." Dooley didn't know how to respond, so he took a big bite of his burrito. Here he was, having lunch with a girl. Right out in public, like anyone. He felt himself turning red for no reason. Even more horrifying, he felt his penis expanding slowly against his leg. He tried to think about something else. The broken water pump in the tree frog tank. How he had to feed the land tortoises when he got back. Where he'd left his copy of Aquarium Life. "So what do you think?" the girl said. Dooley jumped as if he'd been lightly shocked.